Good evening, all. Welcome to my live broadcast 110, broadcasting live out of Auckland, and it's a real hot night here. It's so humid. Anyway, my name is Key Pure, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Last night, I recommended that all the Kiwis redeem their cookies so they can move across to the wallets, which takes about between 12 and 24 hours. So, and the reason why I said redeem them early was because just in case there's a hiccup, because we really have till Friday midnight. Okay, Friday midnight, because we're a day ahead of the States, almost a whole day. And that is the reason why I suggested the Kiwis redeem their cookie rewards. Okay, we're going to go into the 2019 promo cookie rewards, and I'll go through that a wee bit. And after that, okay, we'll just share the screen. And here we are here. Holiday 2019 promo. Now this kicks into effect on the 1st of February, New Zealand time. And with this one here, all you need to get one whole coin is to purchase a total of up to 40 grains. Now you can mix and match. You might do a 4 grain, and you might do a 16 grain. And then you might do 20 grain, which is 36, and that's 40. You can do it that way, or you can go the whole hog and do a one straight off 40 grain at 100 US dollars. That is. And the good thing about this one here, you receive a whole coin with her. This is for the new members. You don't have to be a broadcaster. But by becoming a broadcaster, you also get the big cookie rewards, and we all know what that is for a broadcaster. So that's 1 million cookies per broadcast. And if you have a send button on and you attend all the send button meetings, New Zealand time, Tuesday and Wednesday, each meeting is worth 1 million cookies. So that's the advantage of being a broadcaster. Otherwise, if you're a new member, all you're required to do in this promo is purchase up to 40 grains of gold. See, you can do it in bits, dribs and drabs if you want. To the billionaire's position. Okay, this promo is there until his billionaire positions are full. Okay, when it's full, they go off. This promo stops. So take advantage of this. There's nothing like it been in TBC before. So I'll just read down. I've done this one before, and it's got, as January closes, 2019 comes to a quick close, we have converted the holiday promo into the 2019 promo. How long will this 2000 promo last? It will last until we fill all of the 1,111,111 billionaire positions at the top of the 10 by 9 matrix. Now here's where it says, holding one whole TBC coin qualifies you to be one of the TBC billionaires. Listen to this next sentence. It will be 1,000 times harder to acquire Kringles in the distribution phase once all of the billionaire positions are filled. That's what that's about. Remember I said you don't have to be a broadcaster to do this one if you're a new member, but you also have the advantage of by being a broadcaster is getting the top cookie rewards and the top send button meetings. Person who's doing say 7 broadcasts a week and cookies, and if you attend the whole 6 send button meetings, that's another 6 million. That's 13 million cookies you've just made extra a week. Okay, so that's the advantage of being a broadcaster. But to gain the coin, you don't have to be a broadcaster. Don't make the mistake of believing that today's growth pattern will also be the same for tomorrow, ongoing. We achieved so much in 2000 to relieve people of their doubts about TBC. The lawfulness of TBC operating free from the government regulation is clear to anyone that reads the public notice. So there's more information there, and we all know where the public notice is. There's one right at the start of your login for the cash office, and there's one also at the start of your wallet, and you don't have to log into any of the wallets. Just click on public notice. So that's where you will see those. The goodness of TBC is unquestioned. When you read the Kringle mission statement, the merchant listings shows the seriousness TBC is taking towards the use of Kringles as a medium of exchange for goods and services globally. The fact that we are still here 3 years later demonstrates our durability. So, expect hundreds of daily sign-ups turn into thousands of daily sign-ups, and then tens of thousands of daily sign-ups as we grow exponentially in 2019 and quickly fill all of the billionaire positions. So get going, people. You have a great opportunity right up here. Remember, you can add up you purchase grain by grain. So if you was to purchase 4 grains off your sponsor or whoever, that's 100,000 cookies, okay? But remember, we've got to go up so it maxes out to 40 grains. Okay? Right, we'll just carry on down here. Accumulative transaction. Hope you all know the meaning of the word accumulate. Means you are not stuck on the first transaction you do in TBC to be locked into your 2019 promo cookie rewards. Even if your first transaction was only 4 grains, you can do additional transactions that will add an additional 36 grains. Remember, we're going up to 40 grains to maximize this promo. So it will all accumulate until you max out at 40 grains. No worries to get started. Just get in where you fit in. Whatever you can afford, then later you can add to it. Here you go. Transaction cookie rewards. 4 grains will get you 100,000 cookies, while 8 grains get you 250,000 cookies. Okay? If you do several small transactions, the reward is the same as though you did one large transaction. For example, if you did 10 4-grain transactions, you will get 100 million cookies for the same if you had done one 40-grain transaction. So, in one way or another, all members are encouraged to do a 40-grain transaction or transactions to maximize the benefits to all. Okay? Per referral cookie reward. The more you do in transactions, the more cookies you will receive when you sponsor others to join TBC. This will not work retroactively. Think of this like a ladder. You get rewarded for your referrals based on the rung you are on. On this ladder, if you are on the 4-grain rung of the ladder, when you sponsor your first referral, then you will get 1 million cookies for that referral. Then let's say you were on the 20-grain rung of the ladder. When you sponsored your second referral, you will get 5 million cookies for your second referral, but you will not get an extra 4 million cookies retroactively for your first referral. Because you did a 4-grain on the first one, then you went and did a 20-grain on the second one. So the first one won't come up to meet the same amount as cookies as your second. Not is the key word in the last sentence. 40-grain rung rewards 10 million cookies per referral. So do your best to get up to this rung as fast as you can and sponsor like mad dogs while this 2019 promo lasts. Just a little bit more word on that. When I originally started in this, you had what was called a Christmas cake, and they had a diagram there. Now, we had 3 qualifications back in those days. First one was pay the admin fee like we do today, 4 grains like it is today. The second qualification is purchase $100 or 40 grains of Pringles from a trusted seller then, not necessarily from your sponsor, but from a trusted seller. And there are registered trusted sellers. And the third qualification was 100 verified referrals. So you see how easy it is today. Okay, we're just going to go into the January, this one here. Because this is another important one. We go right to the beginning. Oh, that's Randy. Hopefully Randy will be back online tomorrow. He's a wee bit ill. We won't bother reading that part. What is TBC Confidential? I can tell you, you'll need to attend the send button meeting to find out. Before we go past that, you have to have the send button on before you can go to those meetings. Okay? Randy, I'd like to bring some clarity to why admin and this type of blockchain we use are unknown. Short answer is security is very expensive. TBC is rolling out and not fully developed at this time, yet it is highly functional today. The admin fee is ridiculously low. Keep the barrier to entry into the TBC community is very low. We are on a mission to help the poor rise out of poverty. So we kept the cost down as much as possible to run a sustainable operation. Remaining unknown reduces the chances of attacks so that we can continue to grow organically. As funds grow, so will our tech and admin structure. And with enough funds, high levels of security can be put into place. We are self-funded operation on 4-grain admin fee. Remember, 4-grain is only $10 a year admin fee, and that's what they have to operate from. We are debt-free. We are self-regulated. We are private. We're not a public coin. We're private. Now, down in this next picture, marinated vegetable salad. Okay, see what that's about. I didn't want to offend our vegan friends such as Bitcoin Randy with an image of meat, so instead I found an image of vegetables being marinated instead. The idea of maintaining is powerful, or marinating is powerful, sorry. Recently I watched an hour-long video rant of a creator of a third-party TBC program go on and on about how TBC admin should turn off all send buttons of the members that are not doing frequent transactions. Get you. Also said that it was useless to attend send button meetings to get more cookies. The member wasn't actively engaged in doing transactions on a regular basis. Even went as far as to say the TBC admin should turn TBC over to him. Folks, we want to go forward. We don't want to go backwards. Should I be offended as TBC admin? TBC was not made for the greedy. Okay? TBC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. First sentence of the original mission statement, dated May 13, 2016, reads, "Our mission is to serve one another with the love and respect and use the billion coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery." Love and respect is what we are all about, not greed. Someday soon I will release my official proclamation to the world. In it, it makes the point that there needs to be the separation of coin and state. Much like some countries have a separation of church and state. And for many of those exact same reasons. Now here's the common sense, down the right-hand side is all what TBC is about, and we are doing that, exactly what they're saying today. And another thing, the members are distributors. We're not promoters, we're distributors of the coin. We don't sell TBC. Okay? So you look across at the left-hand side, and you look over to the right-hand side, medium of exchange created by banks and controlled by governments. Over here, medium of exchange of the people and managed by a trustworthy community of people. Okay? Designed to enslave humanity. Of course it is, because that's why you go to work for these big rich fellas. Over here, designed to free humanity. Thousands of years of proof that corruption takes over its use. And of ours inhibits corruption. Now this is the good one, built on principle of scarcity. That's what it is happening today. And ours is built on the principle of abundance. Theirs is lack transparency, ours is very transparent. Source or perpetual poverty of the masses. Our mission will end global poverty. Okay, that's what our mission is. On the elite side, enables rule by force. That's what happens when you get big, strong countries, have all the armed forces. They move into the little countries. They shoot up the shit out of those countries. Then they take over their country, and they hand it back once they've raped it all of its gold and whatever oil. Then they hand it back to the original rulers with nothing. Not used as a form of the rule, form to rule the people. Okay, very expensive. Ours is very economical. Tendency towards slow-moving circulation. Promotes fast-moving circulation. Okay, and the very last, systems are too complicated for average people to understand. And our one, the system is so simple for average people to understand. So there's a lot of big differences in there. Okay, the real message of TBC doesn't always make it through the thick brainwashing most people in the world are under today. Almost everyone in the world is brainwashed to believe a certain way due to the propaganda of the ruling elite. They love it when the masses are filled with greed and fear. I've always said TBC is activism, a peaceful protest to change the world for the betterment of humanity, to embrace the truth about the abundance of earth and that humanity can overcome poverty. TBC is not just an idea of how to end poverty, it is the means to end poverty globally. TBC is self-funded movement. There are phases to every successful movement. 1. To, like Martin Luther King Jr., have studied the words of Mahatma Gandhi concerning the development of a successful movement. 3 phases to every successful movement are 1. Gather, 2. Organize, and 3. Mobilize. These phases overlap each other in the process of building a movement. Okay, we're still in the first movement, okay, that's the distribution. The next movement is the economy. We have made gathering extremely easy by offering a valuable gift valued over 1,000 of gold. We encourage self-appointed leadership to emerge from those that gather, and through our education and public notices, we show these leaders how to organize teams of members. Cookie rewards drives the desired actions we want the whole TBC community to mobilize around. Doing transactions is only one of the things we want our members to do. It is very short-sighted to say that we are only about the transaction. We are so much more than that. But here is the thing we have to deal with when it comes to people, especially poor people. Most people lack self-confidence. The elite would not have been this successful in beating down the masses to where they are today. They didn't strip most of the self-confidence out of humanity at large. The world is full of pretenders that want you to believe that they do have self-confidence, but it is just a mask for these. There is a self-confidence crisis in the world today. How do I know that? I know because I've been there. This is a spectrum of a rainbow of colors showing the degrees of self-confidence. I can easily recognize in others what I once found within myself. I started at the very bottom, way below average, as a child. I wonder if my father was disgusted with me. He would constantly ask me if I wanted him to throw me a pity party. He'd say, "Do you want a pity party?" Question didn't exactly help me to gain more self-confidence. I just thought my dad was mean. Within my elementary education, we learned about self-worth and about self-image. That's when I discovered my great weakness. It held me back in so many ways, and I just felt foolish most of the time. But I did come to the realization that I possessed the power to overcome this weakness, that I could turn this weakness into my strength once I overcame it. It took decades to arrive at a healthy state of self-confidence. Overcompensation into arrogance was part of the cycle. I had to go through to see that only through genuine humility can one arrive at a true, healthy self-confidence. Dedicate 2019 articles to the subject of self-confidence. Pass along the treasures of knowledge I've learned on the subject. I've been through it all, having started at the very bottom, way below average. To be an effective millionaire or billionaire, you will need to gain a healthy state of self-confidence. You will have to deal with your inner truths. Masks will have to come off. Who has a better offer than TBC? We offer a gift to 1 billion people valued at over 1 ounce of gold. Who can match that or do better? The person that has self-confidence, this gift is the easiest thing in the world to give away. You know, I'll just say something. I didn't know people had a lot of trouble giving away something free. But I bet you if you sold for $10, you'll give it away. You'll get rid of it. This one's for free. But a person lacking self-confidence, it seems so hard to give this gift because they are afraid. Afraid of people might think they are trying to scam them with this gift. LOL. How can a gift be a scam? But it is all about fear. We have scripted out every word on how to give this gift away. But even still, those that lack self-confidence are afraid that they won't know what to say when the prospect asks a question. They overthink everything and end up in a state of paralysis or of analysis. You can't make these people do anything turning off their send buttons. Admin is referring to that guy who was trying to ask an admin to turn TBC over to him. That's why he's saying here, you can't make these people do anything. Turning off their send buttons would just make it worse. We don't want to limit the people we gather who either do transactions or get out. We want to provide a warm and nurturing environment It builds up the needed confidence to succeed at doing transactions. I'll just finish this last paragraph over here and we'll end it there. Now, we are here to help those that are willing to help themselves. And that's true. We are here to help those that are willing to help themselves. We offer a path. We have guides to help you on this path. You are welcome to marinate within the TBC community as long as it takes to find enough self-confidence to move you forward. Don't marinate in the poison surrounding the TBC community. Stay away from the negativity and scams found on social media, which pervert what TBC really is. Opinions are common, but most are not true. Instead, stick to the source. This blog, the official websites of TBC, and the send button meetings. Connect with good TBC leader that will understand your need to just marinate for a while until you are ready to start prospecting for TBC. At the same time, don't pester this leader with endless questions. If you are not going to take action yet, marinate means to sit still and soak up all the juices you can from the source of TBC. At some point, you will feel a desire to make a change within yourself to further your personal situation within TBC. Don't beg. Nobody likes a beggar. We do provide you the tools and training on how to lift yourself up. Marinate in it all the wonderful things found within this TBC community until you find the courage to try. You are in charge of your speed of growth, development, and success within TBC. Through mutual love and respect, we can work together to bring out the best in you. So, I'm going to stop sharing right now and come back live. Right, we are. Okay, folks, there you have it. There was a bit of on the new promotion, which starts off in Saturday, New Zealand time. So that's around the 1st of February, and it's a good one, that new promotion. You don't have to be a broadcaster to get a whole coin. You can purchase that. That promotion stays here until the billionaire positions are filled. And for the rest of the Kiwis that I know, I hope you've done your redemption. And the reason why I said that, if you could redeem as quick as you can, if there's any hiccups in there, because I know there's some around that don't have a redemption button for some unknown reason. So they gives you a couple of days up your sleeve to source out through the help desk to see why you don't have a redemption button sitting in your back office. Okay. And if you don't do that very quickly, all the cookies you have sitting won't be able to be redeemed until May this year. Anyway, I'd like to say thanks to Brother Reserve and Darren. Thank you, Brother Darren. My wife, moderator, and two have a good evening, day, or lunch, or afternoon, evening, from whichever country you're from. Thank you so much.